Now let's take it back a little bit. What type of student were you in school?
Um, I was very smart. Like I had a lot of, like when I got in enough trouble, like I was just a show out. You know what I'm saying? I was popular. I used to dance, and you know Atlanta, we were ticking like a motherfucker. I did all that. I'm the white boy over here. I was popular. You know what I'm saying? So I was a show out. But on the other hand, I get in enough trouble, and my folks put me in that blender enough. I sit down for a few weeks, a month or two, and them grades go sky high. But other than that, I was just a show out, man. I love the streets. I love to be part of the. Hey, if I hear that shit going on in the cafeteria, I'm in the middle. Hold on, I'm finna go crazy for real. But yeah, I don't know. I was a good student, man. If I wasn't showing out,
Jobs you had growing up, if any?
I did. I had a, this deep, but I'm just gotta keep it real. Like I had a job working for concrete, doing pools, the bottom of pools. But my boss smoked crack. That's how I got in. I found out, he smoked crack. So I get in off of that, like, oh, me and my brother and my boom, we gonna buy or sell them a day. I'm like, buy or sell them a day for a couple hours. That's how I got the job. I went in, and they damn sure, they did what they did, motherfucker, $100 a gram, sell them 100 for a sell them. I was young, hey, man, I'm going to work. Everybody looking at me crazy. They like a job? I'm coming home clean as a motherfucker. I ain't did nothing. All I did was sell some crack. Shit, all day it worked. That was my job. I was on the payroll though. Gotcha.
Now, what's the worst thing you put your parents through?
I don't know. I get going to jail a couple of times. It could have been worse than what it was. You know what I'm saying? It came out a lot better than what it could have been. And just being involved in the streets a lot. Like people really they listen to music, and then they just give their judgment, and that's their judgment. Like if I look at Lil Wayne and be like, he was kind of in the streets, but baby them had to work. I just down there think like that forever. So when people look at me, they like, he probably just, stereotypically, he probably just hang with black folks. And that ain't the case, you know what I'm saying? Like we was really, really, really out there. Like we was the youngins with the big old hoodie on with the sleeve cut off. You like, fuck, you got the hoodie on with the sleeve cut off. Big ass tech hanging on the shoestring up under this motherfucker. We standing at the tennis court, you know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like we really did that. We really were lurking, thinking we was the real shooter. You know what I'm saying? Like at a young age, and I put my mom and my daddy through all that. You know what I'm saying? So I regret a lot of it, but it is what it is. It made me who I am, and they love who I am. I love them, so we good.
Now, what's your message to the youth?
Listen, pay attention. Like when people talk, people ain't talking for nothing. You think it's people out here who will just talk their head off for the hell of it and damn near be on something all the time. And then there's people out here who talk their head off because they trying to tell you something. Like listen, just listen sometimes. When people break it down, like my son, 4 years old, if I tell him something, boy, he will contradict you if he can. You know what I'm saying? Like he will back you down in the corner like, all I did say that. Cause he listens. I taught him to listen. You have to listen. Just pay attention a little more, and life gets easier, man. It really does. When you listen, when they give you advice, take it. Opportunities. I'm gonna give you two things: listen and opportunity. Take opportunities. Like people always have an opportunity sitting right in front of them, and they in their head put all these blocks. I ain't got a social security card. I gotta have a birth certificate to get that. But come on, bro. Like, take that. Next thing, you might be the next millionaire who was never on the camera. I would love that. I picked the lifestyle where you have to be famous before you rich. Ain't no do you want to be rich or famous. You have to be famous first. You can't skip that. So these opportunities, you might find one of those, man. You might still be able to go to the park with your kids. I ain't even nowhere near what I would want to be in life and go to the mall and get just nagged You know what I'm saying? Man, move, I got my son with me and I ain't even, like, we just couldn't grab a polo shirt. Like, you can take them opportunities, man. You never know what you could be. Shoot.